College football never ceases to amaze us, does it? Welcome into Saturday Night Rewind. Forrest Tucker with you on a night where Kentucky had the #1 team in the nation's number for much of the 60-minute field goal fight down at Kroger Field. Let's go to the highlights and relive this one very briefly. A great quarterback, Tim Couch, the kid from Leslie County, honored before the kickoff, and that'd be ironic given what I'm about to tell you in a moment. The first half was a field goal fest. Alex Rayner right there. That's the longest field goal try in school history, 55 yards. He opened the scoring, made all his 4 tries needed because Brock Vandegrift, well, he did not pass too well. 97 yards total for the entire game. Georgia and Carson Beck weren't doing too well either. More field goals from the Dogs, 6-3 at the half and 9-6 in the third, when Georgia found their touchdown finally. Branson Robinson finds pay dirt from 3 yards out, and that would be the end of the chance for Kentucky. 1-point loss here. What a close game. My days. It was late on there. They could have squeaked it out, but Georgia was too strong. They found their stride just in the right time, really. Hallie DeVore standing by at Kroger Field, though, and she took in the action tonight. Hallie, Kentucky hindered the Dogs in almost every offensive category tonight. A big performance from Brad White's defense despite this loss, but it just came up too short. A heartbreaker.
You're right, Forrest. The defense was working overtime tonight. This is a Georgia offense that in the first 2 games racked up 82 points just against their first 2 opponents. And Georgia averages 425 yards per game. Tonight, Kentucky held them to just 262 yards and put them in a position where for the first time they have been down all season. The defense, like you said, made countless stops on third down. De'Aaron Jackson leading the defense with tackles. They looked a little tired in that fourth quarter when they gave up that interception, but they were desperately needing the offense's help. The offense, on the other hand, they had more total yards than Georgia. They had 23 first downs compared to UGA's 12. Their issue was not converting on third down in the red zone, and that's where Alex Rayner stepped up. What a night for him. 100% completion and a record 55-yard field goal. Brock Vandegrift, on the other hand, he went 14 for 27, 114 yards compared to 3 for 10 versus South Carolina, 30 pass yards and negative 29 rush yards. Talk about improvements for someone who was listed probable earlier in the year. Now, Mark Stoops is actually talking in the postgame right now just about how proud he is of this group. They just ran out of time at the end. It was literally a matter of 2 seconds on the clock, 3 seconds on the clock. But teams say they make their biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2, and a lot of Kentucky fans are walking out of the stadium tonight knowing that their biggest improvement was made between week 2 and week 3, falling by just 1 point to the #1 team in the country, one of the best offenses in the country. That says a lot about Kentucky's defense. So I think once the offense can get going a little more, they have to put points in the end zone, and that's something they couldn't do tonight. They were relying on Alex Rayner, and if he didn't step up like he did, this would have been a more brutal loss. But moving forward, Kentucky has a lot they can take away from this game. I think fans were just honestly so happy to see some form of improvement after the 31-6 devastating loss. Kentucky definitely kept the fans around and kept them entertained. We'll have more tomorrow about this game, but for now, live from Kroger Field, Hallie DeVore, ABC 36 Sports.